I saw that.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Let's turn our phones off.
Might have to leave it on.
Yeah, let's turn it
oh,
off. Okay.
we'll wait a second.
Oh,
That's exactly right. They would.
Just wait a second. It's okay.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, we're gonna wait just.
We still got like 30 seconds anyway, so. But we are live.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. If you will please join me in standing, and we will welcome Father Jeremy Hepler for our invocation.
And let us pray. Blessed are you, Lord God of all creation, whose goodness fills our hearts with joy. Blessed are you who have brought us together this day to work in harmony and peace. Blessed are you who continues to pour forth your blessings upon our town. Strengthen us with your grace, and give wisdom to the city commissioners and understanding as they continue to discern today whatever topics may be brought forth. Strengthen us with your wisdom and knowledge now and always, for you are God, forever and ever.
Amen. Thank you, Father Hepler. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you very much. I will now call our meeting to order. Tina, if you could please call the roll.
Mayor Young,
Present.
Vice Mayor Wilcox,
Present.
Commissioner Greenlee,
Present.
Commissioner Murphy, Commissioner Slattery.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. At this time, I would like to recognize the FBLA from Atchison High School, Future Business Leaders of America. They are here with their teacher, Ann Hutchison, who is back there. And we have Ms. Lainey Tate, who is going to give us an update. If you will recall, we had FBLA week, and the students told us about their upcoming presentations and their different presentations that they were doing for competition. And now we are excited to hear the updates. So, Ms. Tate?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Lane Tate, and I'm a member of Atchison High School's Future Business Leaders of America. I'm proud to share the results of our recent State Leadership Conference. This year, our members demonstrated an incredible amount of hard work, preparation, and professionalism. Competing against students from across Kansas, our chapter earned 11 awards across a variety of business-related events, including presentations, reports, and objective testing. Because of these strong performances, we are excited to announce that 12 of our members have qualified to advance to the National Leadership Conference this summer in San Antonio. This is a significant accomplishment, as only top-performing students at the state level earn the opportunity to compete nationally. Attending the national conference will allow our students to represent not only our school, but also our community on a much larger stage. They will compete against the best students from across the country, attend leadership workshops, and gain real-world business experience that will prepare them for their futures. We are incredibly proud of the time, effort, and dedication our members have shown to reach this level. Opportunities like this help develop leadership, communication, and critical thinking skills, qualities that will both benefit our students and our community in the future. Thank you again for the continued support of our school and student organizations. We are honored to represent our community, and we look forward to bringing back even more success from the national level. Our national qualifiers are Kenny Sunblom, Allie Mortensen, and Braden Miner in broadcast journalism, Daryl Julo, Lane Tate, and Jenny Lowe in financial planning, Nayana Sanders and Destiny Eiler in healthcare administration, Robert Finnegan in public service announcement, Chloe Brunsfield and Celine Healy in social media strategies, and Calvin Mortensen in technology support and services. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you
Congratulations.
very much. Okay, and if we could have all of you stand one more time, and Ms. Hutchison, would you like to say a few words on behalf of the? Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much. We are very, very proud of you, and we just wish you the best in your national competition, and that will be in July?
The end of June into July.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so very much. We wish you the best, and would any commissioner like to say anything?
Well, you'll enjoy San Antonio.
Yeah.
It's a little hot in July.
Okay, well, very much. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, wonderful. We definitely want to celebrate all of our young people. And for those who are listening, if you have any young people with any organizations, other schools that would like to be recognized, we would really love to recognize them, to show them off to our community, and then also for them to have an opportunity to present to the City Commission. So we appreciate that. At this time, we will now open up for our public forum. Persons who wish to address the City Commission regarding items that are not on the agenda may do so at this time when called upon by the mayor. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should give their name and address when addressing the commission. Any presentation is for information purposes only. Any and all written communication should be deposited with the city clerk. And we will open the public forum at 4:36. All right, do we have anyone here? Seeing we do not, we will close the public forum at 4:36. All right, at this time, we'll have our consent agenda presented by our city manager, Mr. Mark Westhoff. Mr.
Mayor,
Westhoff.
commissioners. Okay, so we have 5 items on the consent agenda tonight. First is to approve the minutes of your April 20th, 2026 City Commission meeting. The second is to authorize the mayor to sign a memorandum of understanding with Amberwell Hospital. Little background here, the hospital here participates in a federal program where they get a discount on certain items in exchange for providing care for low-income individuals at the hospital. They wanted me to point out that those areas where they provide that care are usually in obstetrics, home health, financial assistance, and other areas. And they provided in 2025 over $2.2 million in charity care to patients at the hospital. So this agreement basically states that we understand they are doing that and we support them in doing it, and it helps them keep the program going. The third is to authorize the city manager to enter into a proposed airport ground lease agreement for some pasture land off the out at the airport. The fourth is to approve the occupational license for the wine cellar. And the fifth is to adopt Resolution 3453, which allows the city to submit an application to KDOT for the Safe Routes to School project, the next phase of that project. This one was added kind of a little at the last minute, but generally this grant application would be for upgraded ADA level sidewalks connecting 2nd Street to 5th Street between Kearney and Atchison, I believe, or maybe a little further than that. But basically connecting previous sidewalk projects to allow more safe routes to the various schools in that area.
Okay, all right. I just want to comment on item number 2 with Amberwell. I actually serve on that board, and it's a wonderful, wonderful program. It helps a lot of individuals who otherwise would not be able to have the financial assistance that that program provides. So we appreciate it very well, and I just commend Amberwell for what they are doing for the community. Does anyone else have any other comments or questions?
I had one that pasture lease.
Yes.
One of them's for a year and one of them's for 10 years. I think 10 years is a little bit long on that.
Yeah, we'll sign one for a year.
Okay.
It'll be year to year.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
I move we approve the consent agenda as read.
Okay, it's been moved. Is there a second?
Second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we agree to the consent agenda as printed. All those in favor, please state by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, new business. Mr. Westhoff, ratify award of the sale of the Geo Bond Series 2026-A.
Yes, so there will be 3 action items here in a row. I'm going to do a brief introduction and invite up Mr. Arterberry from Stiefel to speak with you and answer any questions. But generally speaking, we were set to go up for our bond sale, our general obligation bond sale for street improvement projects on April 6th. There was a delay because of some uncertainty around state legislation. We received permission from the City Commission to move forward with that bond sale once that legislation was ironed out. So when that was ironed out, we held the bond sale on April 29th. We received 7 bids, which is a very good result, as Mr. Arterberry will confirm. And the low bid was 3.379%. That is higher than we had initially predicted for this bond sale back when we started the process. But it is at a good rate for where the market is today. So I'll invite Mr. Arterberry up to speak, answer any questions, and then we have 3 action items.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark. And I have a handout here. It's a little bit longer than I'm going to spend a lot of time going over. I'd be happy to dive into anything if you want me to. But yeah, I think Mark did a very nice job of summarizing kind of what we've been up to recently. Basically what we've been up to since I was here last is probably one of the biggest things we did was went back to Moody's and had the city's rating reviewed. Mark and Reagan and Tina did a very nice job presenting the city's credit to Moody's. The rating agency went ahead and affirmed the city's rating at an A1 level. It's a really good level. Lately, we've been seeing a lot more downgrades than we have upgrades, it seems. So just being able to maintain that A1 rating should be viewed very favorably. I included in here on page 1 and page 2 of the report the rating letter that was received from Moody's. If you have a chance, you might look it over. I find it interesting to look at the things that they consider would lead you towards getting an upgrade and things that they'd consider might lead you towards getting a downgrade. Just some sort of interesting objective information about how they view your credit. In addition to getting the rating, we also went through the process of doing due diligence work and preparing the offering documents, the official statement and the notice of sale for the sale. Those documents were distributed, probably about 2 weeks or so ago to investors around the country. The market itself in terms of interest rates, if you look at page 3 there, you'll see a trend of tax-exempt interest rates over the last, about 3.5 years. And on the far right-hand side, you'll see where interest rates are right now. That little dotted horizontal line is the date we had originally anticipated selling the bond. So some of the longer-term rates were down since that time, and shorter-term rates were up a little bit, but overall about the same as where we were at when the sale got postponed. The next page there, page 4, you'll see a detailed listing of the bids that were received. The bids were taken at 10 o'clock last Wednesday, and you'll see that the 7 bids that Mark mentioned here. If you'll notice, the difference between the first 2 bids was just a little more than 0.01%, so very close, good cover bid there. And getting 7 bids on an issue of this size is a very, very good response, so you should be happy with that. Despite the legislators' efforts, I think you ended up getting a really good result on your sale. The overall interest cost, the true interest cost of 3.379% was less than the maximum amount that was allowed for when you passed your resolution a couple of weeks ago. That number was 3.75%. That gave authority for Mark to sign the bid form to agree to sell the bonds to TD Securities. We also verified all of the other parameters that were part of the notice of sale, and TD met all of those. So this is a good, nice bid, and we suggest you accept it and proceed with the remaining steps to authorize the issuance of the bonds, which are the documents that are in front of you today. So, rush through this pretty quickly, but would welcome any questions you have. There's detailed numbers and sizing calculations on the last 3 pages of the report.
Okay. And you said, I just would like to reiterate that we are still, in terms of our rating, we are still at an A1 rating.
Correct.
Which is great, and we're pleased to hear that, because I understood that there could be an opportunity where some of the cities have actually gone down, so.
Yes, and we had, part of the hesitation, if you recall, was there was some legislation that might have impacted, if it was signed into law, that might have impacted municipal credit ratings, in which case we would have had to gone back to Moody's with that new information and ask, does this drop us or anything, or impact the rating at all? That law was ultimately it did not move forward, and so it didn't change our rating at all from the A1 that we received earlier this year.
What's a better rating than A1? Is it one,
Double
two,
A.
three, or double A?
Double A and triple A. If I can, I have the whole rating packet that I can share with you. The city ranked in double A for a number of factors. A lot of things that are in our control, our financial health, our audit, and those kinds of things. The ultimate reason we dropped down to just the top level of A was overall local economic numbers, regional economic numbers. Those are taken into account as well, and those brought us from double A to single A, but the top end of single A. So
Yeah, and a lot of times, to add on to what Mark was saying, a lot of times we don't see very many double A categories outside of metropolitan areas, unless it's a community that might have 30,000 people or so.
Okay, I see. All right,
This
very
is
good.
something I should probably understand is on page 5. This is my general education. There was one column of principal and then coupon. What's 5%?
Yeah,
what's that?
that is actually the interest rate that those bonds will bear. So if you bought a bond, you will receive a 5% interest rate on your investment each year. Now, if you'll notice, they're all 5% coupon rates on there.
Yeah.
So the question is, well, how did you get 3.379%? Well,
That's kind of where I was going.
yeah, if you flip over to the last page, this goes into how the bonds actually get priced. 5% is above the going market rate. Investors are willing to pay the city a premium to get that 5% borrowing rate. So for instance, in the very first maturity in 2027, the coupon rate is 5%, but if you look at the price there, it's 102.457. So that means investors aren't paying 100 cents on the dollar to the city, they're paying 102.457 cents, a premium. Every single bond had that premium. When you add them all up, it was about $154,000 premium that was received. Now, the underwriter keeps a little bit of that for their profit, but they end up paying the city about $1.85 million, even though you're only selling $1.705 million a bond. So it's a premium that.
I see. I forgot that bonds sell for different than that.
Different than the face value, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the end, the city will receive right at the 1.8 for those
Right.
street resurfacing projects, mostly this year, and 2 will be done next calendar year, but we'll have the money on hand to do that.
Okay, all right, very good. Any other questions?
So the interest on this is $531,000
Let's
on
see.
one,
Correct, over the 10-year period.
on
yeah.
1.7.
Yeah.
So that's about, just rough math on top of my head, a little over 30%.
Interest compared to principal, yeah, roughly.
So
yeah.
you're paying about 30% interest as compared to what you borrowed. I guess just philosophically, I have a problem with
That's a different way of looking at that.
incurring that much interest for the city. I wish there were an alternative way to fund the street repairs, which is probably just as unpleasant, which would be in some form of tax, to be able to do that. But I just, we keep incurring this interest every time we do one of these bonds, and the interest is a very substantial amount of money. No offense to your organization.
No, and we've discussed this. Clinton and I are working on probably later this summer making a presentation to you guys on, might be in the fall. They're pretty busy in the summer. The current street conditions, options for funding those street projects, the true costs, kind of for the different surfaces that we have in the city, how many actual miles of brick street do we have, those kinds of things. So I'd like to put all that together and have a presentation and present to you all the options. The one thing that you can say about this is you're correct that you do pay interest over the life of the bond. However, you receive $2026, which under the current inflation model that we have are projected to be worth about exactly that much more than $2036. CPI is right around 3.37%, depending on which metric you look at. So there's an argument to be made that it's kind of straight even across the board because you're getting the money now all in one lump sum. But I agree. I don't like paying tax money to interest rates if we don't have to. I think there are some situations where it makes sense, but I do agree that I would prefer other mechanisms.
It's our only
to fund
option
this.
right now to making the street improvements that everybody wants.
Yep, and that need to
But,
happen.
it's sort of like a credit card. You can easily get a credit card. The question is whether can you pay the credit card off when the bill comes?
Sure.
And, as just a personal method, I mean, I'm not buying anything that I can't pay for when the bill comes.
Sure.
Because I don't want to continue to escalate the percentage of interest on unpaid debt. So,
I think that's a good point. It's a really good point.
Yeah.
so down the road, if there's other options we can look at to
Absolutely.
borrowing these large amounts of money.
I think Mark's got a good point. We're looking at 3% inflation while that takes some.
Sure, yeah.
But you still got a cash flowing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, would you mind telling me, what do you guys charge for doing this?
I think our fee on this is, wait, hold on, I do have the detailed numbers here. Let's see. Our fee on this is 1% of the issuance size. That's similar to the fee of the legal counsel. Theirs is about 1%. And then the remaining third of the fees, most of it is the rating agency and the state treasurer.
So what's that down to in dollars? You've got that,
A total of about $55,303 of issuance expenses.
For all thirds, so
The
they're a
cost.
third of that.
Yeah.
And then the documents in front of you, a portion of those fees go to our bond counsel to draft these documents, put them together. So we could talk about those when they come up too.
okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, anything else on new business agenda item number 1?
So just note the 3 agenda items that you have with this. The first is to ratify the bond sale. You already approved that I do it. Just have to have an opportunity to ratify the action that was taken. The second is to adopt Ordinance 6729, which is to actually issue the general obligation bonds. And the third is to adopt Resolution 3452, which is a resolution designating how those bond funds will be spent, who's going to do the closing documents, which is the mayor, and and those kinds of things. So,
We need 3 separate motions.
oh, sorry, go ahead. There will be 3 items. yes.
And just so you read, it used to be years ago, you would just have a bond ordinance. You didn't have an ordinance and resolution. You have to publish an ordinance, and some of those ordinances got to be dozens of pages long, and printing bills were very expensive. So they split it up into a short ordinance and a long resolution, but it does the same thing.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Well, I'd move that we adopt,
Well, the first is to ratify
Ratify.
the award of a sale.
I don't see an ordinance on it,
Well, there's
Oh,
not.
So the first action item is just the ratification.
You got it.
just right here.
Ratify, yeah, so just.
Ratify the award of sale of bonds, Series 2026A.
Yes, so it's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? If not, it has been moved and seconded that we ratify the award of the sale of the general obligation bonds, Series 2026-A, to TD Financial Products LLC. This is a roll call vote. Tina, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Slattery,
Yes.
Mayor Young,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilcox.
Yes.
Commissioner Greenlee.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And next, we'll have the ordinance, number 6729, issuance of general obligation bonds, Series 2026-A. Do we need any further discussion? Are we ready? Okay, if
I'd
so,
move that we adopt ordinance 6729.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance 6729, an ordinance authorizing and providing for the issuance of general obligation bonds, Series 2026-S.
That's A.
That should be A, okay. We will have a correction there, of the city of Atchison, Kansas, providing for the levy and collection of an annual tax for the purpose of paying the principal of and interest on said bonds as they become due, authorizing certain other documents and action in connection therewith, and making certain covenants with respect thereto. Again, that will be the amended, as printed here, 2026-A. If there are no further questions, discussion, Tina, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Young,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wilcox.
Yes.
Commissioner Greenlee,
Yes.
Commissioner Slattery.
Yes.
Okay, and for our third one, we have Resolution 3452, authorizing and directing the sale and delivery of general obligation bonds, Series 2026-A. I will move that we adopt this Resolution 3452. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we adopt Resolution 3452, a resolution prescribing the form and details of and authorizing and directing the sale and delivery of general obligation bonds, Series 2026-A of the City of Atchison, Kansas, previously authorized by ordinance number 6729 of the issuer, making certain covenants and agreements to provide for the payment and security thereof, and authorizing certain other documents and actions connected therewith. Are there any other questions, concerns? Otherwise, Tina, could you please call the roll?
Vice Mayor Wilcox.
Yes.
Commissioner Greenlee,
Yes.
Commissioner Slattery,
Yes.
Mayor Young.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
David.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your work.
All right, next we will have Mr. Clinton McNamee with our final agenda item, water treatment plant filter. And before Clinton, I just want to make a note that we will not have our executive session today. That will be pushed to our next meeting in May. Okay, Clinton.
All right. So at the water treatment plant, we utilize granular activated carbon as our primary means of filtration. This removes the organic contaminants that are in the raw water, and through a couple different processes, one of which being adsorption, which is where the contaminants cling to the surface of the carbon. We expect to replace the carbon every 3 or 4 years. And we confirm that by testing it. When it's getting close to that time, we send it off to a lab. They test it, tell us how much useful life it has left in it or how effective it is, and then we go from there. So we had it in our budget for $300,000 this year. We tested it. It does need to be replaced this year. The proposal is for $265,100 from a company that we've been using for, sounds like 20 years or so. That's just from staff reports, but Calgon Carbon Corporation is the company where we get that specific product from.
Okay. And when was the last time we replaced it, Clinton?
2023.
23, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
So it's 3 years.
So it's 3 years, right on the mark. Okay, all right. Any other questions or concerns for Clinton? Okay, if not, I will move that we authorize city staff to hire Calgon Carbon Corporation to replace the carbon filter media at the water treatment plant in the amount of $265,100. Is there a second?
Second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any questions?
They're the only ones that do this, huh?
That do this
There-
product, yes.
Yeah.
They're not the only ones that do
Carbon.
granular activated carbon. This company produces this specific product, which has better durability and longer lifespan. Looked up the closest competitor. That seemed to be the case. From what I researched on the internet, the guys at the plant who've been around a long time said that the city dabbled with the lower cost competitors about 20 years ago and found that they were having to replace the carbon quicker. So therefore, the savings that they had at the beginning ended up costing more by the time. So instead of lasting 3 or 4 years, it was lasting maybe 2 years or something.
All right, any other questions?
Do we put that in ourselves, or is this, they put it in, or how?
No, the 265, that's the company shipping it here, taking out the old, putting in the new, and all the little processes that are involved in that. So
And disposal of it, which is a unique disposal.
Okay. Any other questions? Concerns? Okay. If not, all those in favor, please state by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Clinton. And Mr. Westhoff, our communications.
Okay, for communications tonight, we only have the memo from our finance director, Reagan Falk, about the budget workshop schedule and the budgeting process for this summer, which is the budget for 2027. You'll see our first budget workshop is June 15th, and then it's essentially a workshop every Monday through the month of June into July until the July 13th meeting where you approve sort of the preliminary budget. It's not the final budget, but it's the one that sets the revenue neutral rate ceiling for the year. And then we will have a few more meetings after that in August to confirm any changes that needed to be made. And then the final combined hearing for approving the budget is set for September 8th, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. here at City Hall. So any changes to that, please contact Reagan. I think that we worked through a couple scheduling conflicts with commissioners, and I think we have that fairly ironed out now. So take a look at that, please, just to confirm. Then for informational items, we have the library board meeting minutes for March 23rd, 2026. And we do still have one opening on that board that is currently advertised. So anyone who's interested in serving on the library board, please submit that to the city clerk. We also have 2 board seats on the parks board as well. So anyone who's interested on those boards, please submit to the city clerk. And I think we're going to have an opening on the Budget and Audit Committee, which will review the audit coming up this year as well as the budget. So it's the citizen group that reviews the audit each year. So I have my update. If any of you have any questions about those items.
No, just
Okay.
appreciate yours and Reagan's work on the bond. We appreciate that. Appreciate.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Concerns?
Okay.
Okay, if not,
My
thank you,
update?
sir. Your update, yes.
So we talked about sidewalk projects a little bit, some of the safe routes to schools projects we've done throughout the city. The city's about to do additional sidewalk work around Elephant Park in a couple areas to connect to the new splash pad, and on the east side to connect to the new seating area. Those should be done soon, I believe. The plan is to have those done before Juneteenth. The Lions Pool, we had some pool consultants here last week to do a conditions assessment at the pool. We'll receive a report from them within a few weeks. We'll have the Parks Board review that, and then maybe present a recommendation to the City Commission and staff on anything that needs to be done at the pool, as well as possibly a long-term look at the pool. For this year, lifeguard interviews will start this week, so we have a good batch of applications for lifeguard. The pool has been painted, and the fill date, or the target date to fill it, is this weekend. So then weather and temperature will determine when we actually open, but the target right now is Saturday, May 23rd.
Okay, and then, Mark, I do have a question. So with the lifeguards, when you hire them, will they already be certified, or will you be paying for certifications?
So it depends on the lifeguard. If they're already certified, then that's great. If they need certification, we will pay for that, but they choose where to get it. We can provide recommendations. There's some locally that do it, but we reimburse for that.
Oh, okay, I see. And is it American Red Cross is what we use, what we suggest, or they're able to
Yes,
use?
yeah.
We've also YMCA.
Yeah.
Okay,
So American Red Cross or YMCA.
okay, all right.
Speaking of summer, we're de-winterizing some of the bathrooms around town, so those should start to open up, and we'll be doing the same for the splash pads. And then specifically at LFM, we'll have the contractor who installed that come in and work with staff to get that opened up around the same time, so pretty soon. As a reminder, we're currently undergoing our annual audit, so we're still working with the auditors on that. As I said, that will go to the audit committee for review, which our target is the last week of June, and then the auditors will come present it to the city commission after that, probably the first meeting in July. If you recall a while back, we hired Post Oak to do a downtown historic resources survey to determine if we might have enough properties in the downtown area to consider a historic district, which would allow some of those properties to obtain historic credits and grants to help them maintain those properties. They've completed the first draft of that survey, and it was very favorable. There are many potentially contributing historic properties in the area we would be looking at, actually some that we were a little surprised about, so in a positive side. So we'll be reviewing that document with Post Oak and the State Historic Preservation Society organization this month, and then we'll make recommendations to City Commission after that. City offices are working with, all the city offices are currently working with our IT company Conduit to upgrade the city phone services. Very big thank you to Tina, who has been spearheading that project and has done a lot of legwork on it, so thank you, Tina. When we're making the transition, there may be some planned downtime, but it will be planned, so we'll be able to put that out if there is any downtime. The end result will be a lot smoother and less expensive communications between city staff and citizens.
Now, Mark, will
Yes.
that affect any citizens that pay their water bill online, anything like that, that downtime?
No, no,
Okay.
absolutely not. No, this is
Okay.
simply the
Okay.
communication side of our phone services. So
Okay.
and none of the numbers will change, fax numbers, and all that stuff will stay the same. It will just be less expensive and more consistent.
Okay, very good.
As you approved the bond project, so the construction bids are being received for that. They're currently open. They will close on May 12th, I believe, is the current deadline. So that's for this summer only, and then we'll go out to bid for the projects for next summer in the spring
What was
next year.
those projects for? I'm sorry, I was writing.
So that's the bond that you just approved, the
okay.
street projects around town.
The street projects themselves.
Correct, yeah, so that is out for bid right now. It's on the city website. And then as well, we also submitted our C-CLIP application to KDOT for repair and resurfacing of US 73 South. That would end up being state fiscal year 2028, which is July 2027, so it's end of next summer. We put that application in for.
What portion of 73 would that be?
We put in for, go ahead.
Yeah, so you apply 1 year at a time. There is a potential to combine 2 years, but you can't really apply for that because the second year isn't set in stone yet. So this will either be one project from, if you can picture when you're southbound heading out towards city limits and you get past Green Street, that's where that concrete section ends. So from that point to city limits, and then a little bit coming back northbound. That's how mathematically it works out. Max grant of 400,000, 90-10 split. So that's how far that grant gets. And then if we get a subsequent grant, then it'll take us all the way back north to about Green Street. And then following year, we can keep going. It'll probably take us, I don't know, I'd say at least 4 years to get through US 73. Limited by the grant amounts on an annual basis.
Would I be saying between Green and Walmart would be
Yes,
repaved?
that's
Correct.
the
On the
priority section,
southbound
so
side.
that's the one we're targeting first.
Yeah. So this is the same program that we used most recently to repave US 59 from the bridge all the way to the west city limits, which took, I believe, 3 years to get all of those done.
It was two actual years, 3 funded.
3 funded years, yeah. So it's tricky because the state's fiscal year is July to June. Ours is January to December, but we can leverage that once in a while to get 2 projects in the same summer. But as he said, there's $400,000 per state fiscal year, which only goes so far, and less and less each year, really, unless they increase that amount available.
Which
So,
they did. It used to be 300
yeah.
quite a while, and then how long ago it's been? I feel like within the last 5 years,
Yeah.
they have been making adjustments.
Yeah. So that's a program where we partner with the state to resurface the state highways that are within city limits. This summer, the state is targeting to do their own project, not through a coordination with them, but it's their responsibility, and they would be looking at that intersection of Woodlawn and Service. It is basically the north part of the Omaha Junction is where they're looking at doing a larger resurfacing project this summer, which would theoretically tie in with our resurfacing of Woodlawn, which is part of the current bid for our projects this summer. So stay tuned for that. Speaking of all those projects, May is Public Works Month, so we will be taking some steps this month to recognize and appreciate our staff in Public Works, especially our Public Works Director, and all the hard work they do for the city. So just to keep that in mind. And then my last thing is going to be to embarrass one of my bosses and congratulate Vice Mayor Wilcox on being inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame. So I understand you'll have a ceremony in August, so congratulations.
That means you're getting old.
What's that? You say, what's that?
He
That
says
means
how
you're getting
young.
old.
Oh, yeah.
How young
Well,
you are.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations.
A couple hundred.
Yeah.
305.
Yes, yes. All right, thank you, Mr. Westhoff. Congratulations again, Vice Mayor. And with those congratulations, do you have governing body comments?
I'm blushing. I do not.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Greenlee.
I don't have anything.
All right, very good. Commissioner Slattery?
I don't have anything either. Everything's going good.
Okay, all right. Well, just congratulations again, to Vice Mayor. Well deserved. Thank you for your service to our city. We really appreciate you. May is public safety or public Works, thank you. Public Works Month. Thank you to Clinton and to his incredible team. You all do a wonderful and marvelous job, and you don't get enough thanks, so thank you very much. We appreciate you. Also, again, congratulations to the Atchison High School FBLA. We were very happy to receive them this evening, and we appreciate that. And then to our fire department, we know that it was I'm lost for words here. Our National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service Day. There was a memorial service yesterday. Flags were flown at half-staff. Thank you for all of your work. We really appreciate you, Chief, and your team. And I understand that people were very good to you all today, and you received goodies, so we appreciate that.
They
And,
always accept goodies.
yes. So thank you for
They're
that.
24 hours.
All right, very good. Well, and we need you, so we appreciate you. All right, with that, thank you all for being here. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, it's up. All right, it's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same side. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
All right,
That's a short one.
congratulations again.
That's a short meeting.
It's not too bad. Well, I don't know. I think one time we had 30 minutes.
I think the meeting I was gone, you were.
Yeah, we were at 30 minutes.
That was a short one, yeah.
I turned it on, I'm like, what?